Get your brooms out. We're going to Atlanta. We're going 162-0 and the World Series. Let's go.
Baseball is out of
Hello folks, today we'll be talking about the Phillies opening series against the Braves for the start of the MLB season of 2021. Phillies won 3-0 against the Braves of sweeping them out. They won all 3 games against them. Now that's pretty impressive. Now what I'm going to do here in this video is go by breaking down each game by going game 1, game 2, game 3, and then I have my conclusion thoughts at the end of the video. So to start off with game 1 of the opening day for the Phillies was Phillies won 3-2 on a walk-off in the bottom of the 10th with Mean Gene Segura hitting a single to send Harper home and drive the Phillies to the first win of the year. That's pretty good just for a walk-off, so that's fun. My 3 key star players of the game were Nola, who pitched 6.2 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, 0 walks, 6 strikeouts, and that's pretty impressive. Top ace for your team to do very well on opening day. And that 2 runs just happened to be at the end of the game of a Pablo Sandoval home run, basically. I don't know why Nola had to allow that. Why? But I'll still take it. He had a pretty good day, though. I'll take that. So with that, he's my number 1 for a star. Then my second star is the Phillies bullpen. They went 3.1 innings, allowed 1 hit, 0 runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 3 of them were by Jose Alvarado. I told you Jose Alvarado would be good. I told you he just needed consistency and he'd be good. He's good. But with that, the Phillies bullpen impressed me a lot, like from last year a lot, because we had the worst bullpen in the MLB, and now we don't stink. Let's go. I'm not saying we're the best. We just don't stink. I'll take it. We don't stink. But yeah, my third star of the game was Gene Segura getting that walk-off for the Phillies win. And he was 2 for 5 with 1 RBI and 2 hits. So, Phillies take game 1 of the opening day. Then game 2, the Phillies shut out the Braves, winning 4-0. My 3 key star players of that game were Wheeler pitching 7 innings, allowed 1 hit, 0 runs, 0 walks, 10 strikeouts, and he was also a good hitter. 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and scored once. He'd scored in the game. He performed like Shohei Ohtani, which Shohei Ohtani did that the other day, and he's being like Babe Ruth when Babe Ruth was with the Boston Red Sox, of pitching and hitting, because that's the ultimate weapon there basically. If you have a pitcher who pitches pretty well and can hit the ball decent, that's an unstoppable weapon. Unstoppable. He's my first key star player for game 2 of the Phillies. My second one, I have to give it to Rhys Hoskins. Although he was 1 for 4, he had an RBI double to drive in 2 runs to help the Phillies offense. And my third star of the game was the Phillies bullpen again. They went 2 innings, allowed 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 3 of them were by Hector Neris. That's pretty impressive by Hector Neris, because Hector Neris can get us shaky or sweaty during the bottom of the 9th when we're trying to win the game, and he might blow it. We have to be very careful with Hector. But Hector was impressive that game, so I have to give him credit for that. Some stats of that game were Wheeler was the first Phillies pitcher with multiple hits and RBIs in a game since Ben Lively on September 5th, 2017, for the last Phillies pitcher to be a great hitter, of having good hits and multiple RBIs. He was also the last pitcher for the Phillies with 10 strikeouts and 0 walks and 1 or fewer hits allowed in a game since Roy Halladay's perfect game in 2010 in May against the Florida Marlins. That's pretty impressive. Doc. Pretty impressive for that. So I love our first 2 games, 2-0, having great pitching in the starting rotation and the bullpen, and we're getting runs when we needed to for the offense. So the offense is clicking, but we need more from the offense, I would like, but still good from the offense. On to game 3. The Phillies won 2-1 on a go-ahead RBI single from Alec Bohm in the bottom of the 8th. inning. So my three key star players of the game were Eflin, who's phenomenal. He pitched a solid game of going 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Pretty impressive again of having our top 3 guys of our starting rotation pitching pretty well in this series against one of the best teams in the MLB. And the Braves have won our division the past 3 years. That's pretty impressive, beating the division champs 3 times in a row and sweeping them. But my second star is Alec Boehm, going 2 for 4, 1 RBI, and he was clutch in that clutch moment. And he's setting the go-ahead run to keep the Phillies undefeated. And then my third star, I have to give it again to them. The Phillies bullpen went 2 innings, 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, 3 strikeouts. 2 of them were from Jose Alvarado. Again, Jose Alvarado doing pretty well so far. But this is phenomenal of how the Phillies are doing better than like what we've seen the potential, and they're performing that potential right now of being very good at the hitting and having 3 top ace pitchers in that starting rotation. Not saying like top 10 or top 20, but having like a number 1 like starter of like position like wise for the starting rotation of Nola, Wheeler, Eflin are performing very well, and that's pretty impressive. And then you got your hitting where you have that great offensive lineup. I would like to see a little bit more from that, of getting more runs for the Phillies, like averaging 3 or 4 runs a game. That would be pretty impressive. I would like that is also. And then the bullpen has not given up a run at all. Usually we would see that by the first day, but right now they have not, so that's pretty impressive. And some stats about this were the top 4 hitters in the Braves lineup, which were Ronald Acuna Jr., Jose Alvarez, Freddie Freeman, and Marcell Ozuna, a couple of the best hitters in the MLB, went a combined of 3 for 44 with 14 strikeouts in this series. That's pretty impressive from our pitching, just to take down those guys and make them only go 3 out of 44. Not many teams can do that. And 14 strikeouts. That's so impressive happening. So the starting rotation went 20.2 innings, allowed 11 hits, 3 runs, and having a 1.31 ERA and 24 strikeouts. I say that's a pretty great pitching, as I said again. Great pitching from Nola, Wheeler, and Eflin. Great pitching. And then the bullpen is what I'm more happy about. They went 7.1 innings, allowed 1 hit, 0 runs, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts. If the Phillies bullpen, pitching, offense, all of this, what they've done so far, if they can keep the momentum going into this next series against the Mets, this is going to be a pretty good team, and they're going to make playoffs if they keep continuing like this. Now, with tonight of the Phillies playing, they play against the best pitcher, I would say, in the MLB, against Matt Moore, our 4th starting guy. Now, Matt Moore, we have to see. I don't have high hope the Phillies will win this game tonight, but if the Phillies can win it, and Matt Moore pitches well, this is more impressive game when you don't have Nola, Wheeler, and Eflin, and you have your 4th guy you just signed just out of random from free agency. You signed him going up against the top guy in the MLB, and if Phillies can beat the top guy, they can beat anyone then. Phillies just keep doing it. Keep the momentum going. Maintain the status quo. We got it. But let me know what you think about the Phillies Series 1 of the MLB year. Do you like what the Phillies are doing? Would you like to see more improvement from offense, defense, and bullpen starting rotation? And also, I forgot to mention, was the defense was also pretty great in this series with, I would say my defensive guy was Didi Gregorius making a Willie Mays catch in the series and making one towards center field. And another one was Roman Quinn throwing from center field all the way to home plate just to get a runner out. That's another pretty impressive thing I haven't seen from the Phillies doing. That defense is also good for the Phillies. But let me know what you guys think about my thoughts. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments. Please leave a like and hit that subscribe button, please. I appreciate that so much. And let's hope the Phillies can keep this going towards October. Please.
Baseball is